Good evening, Marist College. You're watching MCTV News. I'm Katie Mina.
And I'm Allie Reed. Let's get right into our top story. On Wednesday, February 1st, Facebook announced its $5 billion IPO. This has been all over the web and in many newspapers as a big to-do. So now that Facebook will be publicly traded on the stock market, many are wondering how this will affect the consumers. An IPO is an initial public offering. This means that Facebook will be on the stock market and anyone can buy stock in the company and own a portion of it. Facebook is releasing previously private financial information so everyone can see how much revenue they've been raking in over the years. But a big issue that can occur from this is that now investors technically will own a part of the company, with Zuckerberg behind the wheel as he refuses to give up control. Mark Zuckerberg will have to do this all to make a profit and most of all answer to and satisfy the investors' wants and needs of the company. Right away, there shouldn't be any short-term changes for Facebook, but in the future, it might greatly affect the way we use Facebook, as there might be major changes on the way.
Recently, a Michigan teenager who survived a battle with leukemia has been suspended from school because of the length of his hair, which he is planning to donate. 17-year-old JT Gaskins has been growing out his hair since the summer in order to donate it to Locks of Love, which requires at least a 10-inch ponytail for donation. JT's hair is just about 2.5 inches long. However, JT attends Madison Academy in Burton, Michigan, where the student handbook requires that boys' hair be clean, neat, free of unnatural or distracting colors off the collar, off the ears, and out of the eyes. As a result, JT's mom has launched an online petition that asks the school to change their policy, allowing students, male or female, to grow out their hair for charity donations. According to the petition, the new policy would require a student to sign a promissory note, research the respective cause they wish to support, and to keep their hair well maintained until the donation is made. To learn more or to sign the petition, visit www.change.org.
Now let's introduce our newest segment on MCTV News, the Marist Medical Moment with Megan McGinnis.
Thanks, Allie. Today I'm here to talk about health and wellness. As you know, we just celebrated the New Year, and with that comes New Year's resolutions, the most popular of which is to lose weight and to get in shape. But as we all know, that's easier said than done. The walkway over the Hudson is a great way to escape and get your workout in. A short distance away is a state historic site in which you can walk, run, or ride your bike over the Hudson River while getting magnificent views to the north and south. As in the norm for state parks, admission is free, so please venture outside of the Marist confines and take in one of New York's prettiest walking bridges. The main dining hall has stuck to its new healthy initiative goal. It's now offering a wider selection of food, so you're not pigeonholed in eating fatty burgers and pizzas. Also, they are now labeling entrees with their nutritional value, so you can make a much more educated choice in your dining selection. Fitness classes are a great way to burn some calories with fellow Marist students in a group workout. Marist offers a variety of fitness classes, including Zumba, yoga, Pilates, self-defense training, and many more. Joining classes with other people has shown to improve success rate and increase the chances you keep coming back for more. Finally, if you want to increase your success rate by 500%, listen right now. A study published in the Journal of American Medical Association showed that people who had a financial incentive to lose weight and get in shape were nearly 5 times more likely to meet their goal when compared to those who had no potential for financial reward. So you and your Marist buddies should all create a game in which you put a certain amount of money into a jar, and the people who follows through with the resolutions gets the winnings. I hope my insight will help when you are trying to succeed in your healthy resolutions. This year. I hope my insight will help you when you are trying to succeed in your healthy resolutions this year. I'm Megan McGinnis, and this was your Marist Medical Moment.
I like that new addition to our show.
Definitely, definitely. What was your New Year's resolution?
I said that I would try to floss my teeth every day instead of like a few times a month.
And?
I've kind of kept with it. I should go back to. I do use Listerine every day though, so
yes, that's
gotta have
kind
fresh
of there.
breath and clean teeth. How about you? Do you have anything?
I stay in shape, but I haven't gone to the gym once this semester, so
take that 5 to 10 minute walk. In national news, President Barack Obama gave his annual State of the Union address on the 24th of January. His speech to Congress focused mainly on issues such as employment, student loans, and green initiatives. Supporters raved that his speech went fluently, and they are pleased with the agenda he has presented. However, critics had a different reaction. They claimed that his address read more like a campaign speech than a State of the Union address. In addition, critics are also skeptical of whether or not President Obama will be able to come through on any of his heftier promises, with struggles surrounding everyday legislation going through Congress. It was clear in his speech, however, that President Obama is fighting to stay in the race for president in the upcoming elections.
In world news, the United Nations has been steadily trying to support Syria and the end of the violence that has been occurring there for the past 11 months. However, their efforts may be prevented by China and Russia's veto, which took place after the Syrian military attacked the city of Homs in a bloody assault. China and Russia vetoed the idea of an Arab League peace plan for Syria, although President Barack Obama and many other United Nations country leaders claim that the Syrian President Bashar al-Assad has no right to lead Syria after all of his violent uprisings. China and Russia are determined to protect Syrian government. Also, Syria's main ally, Russia, is determined to not allow President Assad to be removed from power. If the Arab League peace plan passes, President Assad will be forced to step down and democratic elections will be held in Syria. The uprisings by the Syrian government have caused much suffering and death for the Syrian citizens. Yet Russia continuously refuses to help let the Syrian government and military lose control. This will cause major problems in the United Nations if the Security Council cannot agree on a decision.
Earlier in the semester, Marist held its biannual activities fair. Allie Reed and Katie Graziano have the story.
On February 1st, the Marist Clubs and Activities Fair was held in the Student Center. Each semester, most campus clubs show up anxiously awaiting new members. The clubs are set up at booths and may answer any questions students ask. Geared toward freshmen and transfer students, the Activities Fair allows students an easy way to sign up and get involved in any campus-wide organization. This year, booths ranged from fraternities such as Alpha Pi Delta to the Marist Dance Ensemble to Chess Club.
I think that being a part of a club adds to my college experience because it gives me something to do and it gives me a chance to meet new people and try different things that's like out of my norm.
I'm just looking for anybody that's enthusiastic, that wants to join a club, and that has the drive. You know, you have to be excited. You can't just be there and be like, oh, you know, I got to do this because I'm supposed to. You don't have to do anything. We're all adults here. If you want to do it and you're excited, you're more than welcome to try.
The fair was held in Student Center rooms 348, 348A, and 349. From noon to 1:30, students streamed in and out of the trifecta, signing up for any clubs that got their attention. Overall, the fair saw a nice turnout. With involvement in clubs and organizations as an encouraged practice here at Marist, the Activities Fair is a good way for the college to show students the variety of activities available to them.
This is Allie Reed reporting for MCTV News.
Super Bowl 46 has passed, and for some, the most memorable moments of the game were the commercials. However, Super Bowl ad lovers were in for a surprise this year, as many of the advertisements were shown on Facebook and YouTube before the game this past Sunday. Volkswagen released a teaser for their Star Wars commercial on January 18th, where it was viewed almost 11 million times on YouTube. Honda released an extended version of their Ferris Bueller's Day Off spoof commercial on January 26th. Though most of the fans appreciate the surprise of the new commercials, companies gave the ads a different approach this year, trying to generate interest and discussion about their commercials before the game. It is estimated that almost half of the game's advertisements were online before the Giants beat the Patriots. Some people reported being disappointed about the early reveal, but the companies were impressed with the intention and the previewed commercials have gained.
With that being said, let's hear from Nick Potato about what's kicking in sports on and off the Marist campus.
Thanks, Katie. Hello, Red Foxes. I'm your host, Nick Potato, and I'd like to welcome you all to Sports in the Nick of Time, where I give you all the latest sports updates in a matter of minutes. On today's segment, we'll be touching upon the highly coveted and controversial Super Bowl, as well as the upcoming baseball season. But first, it's time to talk Marist sports. First of all, I'd like to congratulate senior Christian Witowski on being the first player in Red Fox history to be drafted into Major League Soccer. He was selected 13th overall in the second round by the Philadelphia Union. Over his last 4 years, Witowski scored 21 goals and had 12 assists for a career total of 54 points. He will now carry that success with him to Philadelphia as he gets ready to begin his professional career. In other exciting news, junior Devin Price had an unbelievable slam dunk for the men's basketball team in their Saturday night home win against Canisius by a score of 80-69. The play gave fans even more excitement to cheer about, as the Red Foxes led by as many 25 points in the game. In addition, sophomore forward Jay Bowie boasted a career-best 23 points to lead the Red Foxes into their 7th win at home on the season and 3rd in the MAC Conference. The women's basketball team also won their latest home game, defeating St. Peter's on Monday by the score of 70-62. They continue to be a dominating force in the MAC, despite losing several key players from the past few years who have since graduated, and also losing senior Christine Best due to a torn ACL. The Lady Foxes will be in action again Friday night against Fairfield. This game marks the NCAA's annual Pack the House Challenge, so please come out and show your support. There's always a theme to this event, and this year is no different. This year's theme is Pack the Prom. Come to the McCann Arena Friday night and relive that magical night all over again. And ladies, Marist's most eligible bachelor, Shooter the Fox, is single. So if you play your cards right, he can be your date to the prom. Whether you come with your sweetheart or a few of your friends, I hope to see you all there this Friday, February 10th at 7 p.m. in the McCann Arena. As we now turn our attention to the Super Bowl, I'd just like to say, as a Jets fan, it wasn't the easiest to watch, but I was rooting for the Giants as a fellow New Yorker. Despite who is playing, I still watched the game for the entertainment of the commercials and was pleased by the surprisingly good halftime show that made up for the atrocity that occurred last year. However, that wasn't enough to guide the Patriots' offensive line to victory, as they failed to catch 2 perfect Hail Mary passes from Tom Brady in the final seconds of the game. On the flip side, the Giants learned to spell the word believe, thanks to quarterback and MVP Eli Manning, as they managed to come back once again in the 4th quarter against the Patriots and win the Super Bowl by a score of 21-17. With the win, the Giants now have won their 2nd Super Bowl against the Patriots and 4th overall, giving them 1 more Super Bowl win than New England. With the conclusion of the Super Bowl comes the anticipation of the baseball season. Spring will be in the air in 2 weeks as pitchers and catchers report to training, with position players arriving a week later. There have been several changes during the offseason that will make 2012 a very competitive season. For example, the Marlins have moved to a brand new stadium in Miami where they will sport very, very colorful uniforms. They have spent this offseason signing all-star free agents such as shortstop Jose Reyes, formerly of the Mets, and closer Heath Bell, formerly of the Padres. In addition, after winning his 2nd World Series this past October, Albert Pujols shocked the baseball world by leaving the Cardinals and signing a 10-year deal worth $240 million over the next 10 years. The deal is the 3rd highest behind Alex Rodriguez's 2 10-year deals with the Yankees. Joining him in the $200 million club was fellow National League slugger Prince Fielder, who left the Milwaukee Brewers to sign with the Detroit Tigers on a deal worth $214 million over the next 9 years. The last huge announcement for 2012 came from Commissioner Bud Selig, who announced that if all goes according to plan, the playoffs will be expanded from 8 to 10 teams. This is amazing news for fans of the Atlanta Braves and the Boston Red Sox, who saw their team's playoff dreams collapse in September after entering the month 10 games ahead in the wild card. With all of these changes occurring, I have a feeling 2012 will be a very competitive baseball season, but fans will have to wait until Wednesday, April 4th, when the season officially starts. It marks a glorious day in baseball when old rivalries continue, emerging stars are born, and even the Mets are in first place. Looks like we're out of time today, but join us again next time for Sports in the Nick of Time. This has been Nick Potato. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Nick, for the sports update. Continuing in sports, here with us is Mark Adamski, Events Coordinator of the Student Booster Club.
Hi, Mark, and thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So I wanted you to tell me about your job at the Booster Club and what you do.
Well, the Booster Club is a club here at Marist that was started a few years ago by our student body president, student body president, Andrew Paulson. And it's what we do is we try to get kids to go to sporting events and have school spirit and stuff like that, and try to show our team's appreciation and stuff like that. I'm the events coordinator, so what I do is I get all the home games that we have, and I make sure that there's 2 people on each game that are at the games for kids that are swiping in and stuff like that, so they can automatically get their priority points for it. I just make sure that the kids are there before the game early so they can set up the computers and stuff like that. I kind of just clean everything up.
So you're
behind
always
the
at the
scenes.
games,
Yeah,
basically?
yes.
All right, so now I know on Friday we have the big Pack the House event. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Pack the House is a special event that the MAC created 5 years ago, where every team does their best to try to sell out one game during the year, and it was made to get people to go to women's basketball games. The school that sells the most tickets, they get a prize from the MAC and stuff like that, and it's just a really big event. We won last year, and there's always a theme. Last year was superheroes, so people were going as Superman, Spider-Man, stuff like that. Even some people dressed as villains. And this year it's actually called Pack the Prom. So there's going to be a formal theme. We're starting out Friday during the day. We're asking kids to dress up during the day, wear the formal stuff around campus. Yeah, and there's actually buses picking the kids up and bringing them to the game, so it has more of a prom theme. And there's going to be a dance in the middle. There's going to be a prom king and queen that are chosen, and a photo booth and stuff like that. So they're really going all out to make this a real prom theme.
All right, well, that sounds really great. I can't wait to go. I'm really excited to dress up.
Yeah, we're
and be
trying
there.
to get as many people as we can.
So thank you so much for being here and telling us a little bit about it. I hope everyone goes to it, and back to you.
Thanks, Mark. I think it's now time to check in with our favorite celebrities from Tinseltown. Here with all the breaking news in Hollywood, here's MCTV gossip girl, Brittany Thomasone.
Thanks, Katie. Now for this week's Celebrity Dish. Between the performers, athletes, and commercials, the Super Bowl was a must-see. Miranda Lambert and Blake Shelton were the first to perform, singing America the Beautiful. Kelly Clarkson followed, singing the national anthem. Clarkson started the game off right with a bang. Madonna made quite the comeback during her halftime performance. The showing is said to have been the most watched halftime show in history. The Queen of Pop wasn't the only one who took the stage. Guests CeeLo Green, LMFAO, Nicki Minaj, and MIA also rocked out. Chase Blackburn's two-point interception greatly impacted the New York Giants' victory. The Giants won 21-17. Some of the celebrity spottings at the game include Lenny Kravitz, Victoria's Secret model Giselle, Adam Sandler, Seal, a very pregnant Jessica Simpson, and the patriotic Katy Perry. This past Tuesday, thousands of Giants fans gathered in New York City to celebrate their team's victory. I was actually in the city myself that day, and wow, I must say I've never seen so much blue. Mayor Michael Bloomberg joked that the city should now be nicknamed the Big Blue Apple. Speaking of blue, Beyoncé sizzled in a beautiful blue sequence dress for her hubby Jay-Z's benefit concert in New York City. After just giving birth to her baby girl Blue Ivy, Beyoncé is one hot mama. It is evident her baby Blue was on her mind, as she also accessorized with blue jewelry and nail polish. Is it just me, or is love in the air? Well, it is February and Valentine's Day is just around the corner. For all you romantics out there, The Vow is a love story based upon true events and stars the fabulous Rachel McAdams and the dreamy Channing Tatum. I don't know about you, but if I woke up from a coma and Channing Tatum claimed he was my husband, I wouldn't question it. So don't forget to mark the date. The Vow premieres in theaters on Friday, February 10th. Now, time for our breakups and makeups. Within the past year, a lot of celebrity couples have called it quits. Let me give you a recap. Russell Brand and Katy Perry, Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher, Brody Jenner and Avril Lavigne, and now Heidi Klum and Seal. After nearly 7 years of marriage, it's a shame to see them split. Apparently, it hasn't taken Kim Kardashian long to get over her recent divorce with Chris Humphries. Rumor has it she's now hooking up with New York Jets' Mark Sanchez. I guess only time will tell. Victoria's Secret model Kylie Bizzuti has decided to leave Victoria's Secret. She claims modeling lingerie clashes with her religious beliefs. She says, "My body should be only for my husband, and it's just not a sacred thing." Well, if that's not true love, I don't know what is. That's all I have for you tonight. Make sure you tune in next time for Hollywood's juiciest gossip. I'm Brittany Thomasone with your entertainment news. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Brittany. For our last story this evening, I think the headline says it all. Woman postpones wedding for Super Bowl. Sandy Jones, a die-hard New England Patriots fan, decided to postpone her wedding in order to go to the Super Bowl 46, where the Patriots competed against the New York Giants. According to Jones, this trip combined 3 once-in-a-lifetime dreams: going to the Super Bowl, going to a Patriots game, and seeing one of the Manning brothers play. In this case, Jones saw Eli Manning, the quarterback for the New York Giants. The Super Bowl tickets were a gift from Jones's brother. Jones and her fiancé plan to delay the wedding and honeymoon until sometime in late February.
I'm pretty sure I'd delay my wedding in order to go to the Super Bowl.
Well, I hope she's not too disappointed since her team
lost
the Super Bowl, but...
Hey, that's a really good wedding present, though.
It is, as long as the fiancé doesn't mind that maybe she took her brother to the game and not him, but who knows?
That's all we have for you. Thanks for tuning in to MCTV News. I'm Allie Reed.
And I'm Katie Mina. Stay foxy, Marist.